guys, in this video I'm going to talk about my story of coming out as transgender to my doctor. On the 20th of January at 9:15 AM I went to my doctors to ask for referral to a community mental health clinic. As I had researched what would need to happen to begin my transition, I knew I first had to see the doctor to get a referral. You get referred to a community mental health team to make sure that it isn't a mental illness making you want to become the other gender. And once you've been to a community mental health team, they should refer you over to a gender clinic. I also researched that many UK doctors are not trained about transgender issues, so I knew I had to make it clear exactly what I wanted her to do for me. For the people in the UK, you got to go and see a doctor first, so to make it easier for me, I wrote down things on a piece of paper to what I thought was signs of me having gender dysphoria throughout my life. So when I got to the appointment, I would give it to the doctor. At 9:10 that morning, I walked into the doctor's early for my appointment. I was nervous and worried about what the doctors would think. When the buzzer went for my appointment, I took a deep breath, stood outside the door for a second before walking in, and I quickly said to the doctor that I was not comfortable about my gender. And I just gave her a piece of paper and she just looked through it. After reading that, she then went on to ask me some questions. First she asked me about my family life, like who I live with and if they are supportive. I basically told her that they were supportive. She then asked if they have been aware of my feelings, and I told her that they have been, but that was a little lie. I knew something was up, but I didn't tell them until recently. The doctor then went on to ask if I have any brothers or sisters and how do I get on with them. I said I have an older sister who I get on with quite well. She then started asking questions about what I'm going to do with my life, and at the time I was at college, so I told her that I wanted to get a media related job. She then went on to talk about body hair. For some reason it's in the same question as when she is asking about if I was attracted to any genders. So I simply told her that I'm attracted to both. As for me, the person who I'm attracted to is based on personality. She then asked me what do the boys do at school, and I actually had no idea what to respond to it. So I just kept saying, before saying that they play rough games like football. She then asked me about what I like doing, so I said I like travelling, making films and photography. She then asked me, do I feel any sexual attraction towards both genders? But as I have never really been sexually attracted to anyone, I just said no. She then asked if I was to change my gender, would I feel like I would like the company of boys more? I said I don't think that would change. She then asked, do I wear girls' clothes much? And I replied, yeah, before she quickly asked, do I do it out in public? And at the time I did a little, but now I do it quite often. The next question was, do you like doing your hair and makeup? And of course my answer was yeah. She then made a photocopy of a piece of paper I gave her, and she said she would contact me if anything changed for my plans. It turned out to be okay, and I left there a happier person and proud of myself for facing my fears and coming out to the doctor. I was only in there for 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes was the start of the biggest change in my life, and that change will be becoming me.